Hey guys, Lauren Losing back for my grocery haul. I hope I have everything over here. It's possible I don't. This shouldn't be that long, actually. Just some things that, it's pretty random too. It's gonna be like some things that I got today, some things that I got a little while ago and forgot about. So my first thing that I'm going to say is, or show you guys, is the Breyers no sugar added vanilla ice cream. The vanilla is the only kind that I have in my area, but I guess some other areas have like chocolate and some other stuff. I guess Edie's also has a slow churned, no sugar added with like a bunch of different flavors. Gooch Monster actually introduced me to this. So it's 80 calories for half a cup, 3 grams of fat, 13 carbs, 4 of them are from sugar, and 6 are from sugar alcohols, and then there's 2 grams of protein. So it's a good option if you want something. It tastes like ice cream. It has ice cream consistency. It's not like an icy consistency. That Wink stuff was so disgusting. Other people eat Arctic Zero sometimes. It's okay, but I'm not going to have ice cream if it's just okay. I'd rather have, I don't know. It's like that's also icy consistency. I posted something on, I talked about this a little while ago, but I posted something on Facebook today in a group about Halo Top Creamery ice cream. It's made with, there's some cream in it, there's some sugar, but it's also made with whey protein, and so it's 70 calories for half a cup, and there's also 7 grams of protein in there. So that is only sold at like specialty stores. You can go to halotop.com and find if it's sold near you. So it's sold at Wegmans, I guess, and the closest Wegmans to me is about half an hour away. So I am going to stop, especially for that. I guess I'll go on to something else that's kind of desserty. I used to eat these all the time when I was just on a regular low-calorie diet. These are Vita Tops. This is the sugar-free version. The regular version does have sugar in it. So they are basically like muffin tops, but this is like the double chocolate version. It's the only sugar-free version I think they have. So for one, it's about this big. It's a good size. It's really good with like fat-free Cool Whip on it. So for one of them, it's 90 calories, 2 grams of fat, 23 carbs. 9 of them are from fiber though, and none from sugar, and 7 from sugar alcohols, and then 4 grams of protein. So if you want something, with, even just a little scoop of that ice cream on top. So if you want something a little decadent, a little dessert-like, I think that's a good choice. So I got those both at the regular grocery store. This is in the natural frozen food section at the grocery store, like the organic frozen food section. This is another thing that I found in that same section, the organic or natural frozen food section. I tried it today for the first time, and it was really good, so I went back and got a couple more. It is World Cuisine Saffron Road tandoori seasoned chicken nuggets. So they're not breaded, it's just whole breast meat pieces, mildly seasoned with authentic tandoori seasoning. So it's a like an Indian spiced chicken. So for 3 ounces, it's 140 calories, 5 grams of fat, 5 carbs, 1 from fiber, and 17 grams of protein. It was really good. I got these from Trader Joe's, and I couldn't remember if I showed you last time I did my Trader Joe's haul. I actually haven't tried them yet, but they sound really good. They're just they're in the frozen section. They're Trader Joe's chili lime chicken burgers. So for 1 burger, it's 150 calories, 6 grams of fat, 3 carbs, 2 are from fiber, and 19 grams of protein. So that's a really good choice as well. This is a little random, but since we're going into the fall, and people are going to start wanting things like soups and stews and stuff like that, I've heard people mention before that they couldn't find a tomato soup that wasn't like extremely high in sugar. So the one that I have used since even like before surgery is not. So it's also in the organic section of the grocery store. It comes in this like carton. It's the Imagine brand. This is the light sodium version. They do have a regular one if you don't want to go light in sodium. So it's just their creamy garden tomato soup. So for 1 cup, it's 80 calories, 1 gram of fat, 300 milligrams of sodium, 16 carbs, but 2 are from fiber and 2 are from sugar. So only 2 sugars, and then 2 grams of protein. So maybe if you're looking for like high protein, then that's not the best. But if you're just looking for like low sugar option, then that would be good. And if you don't like your soup that hot, you could put in unflavored protein powder if you wanted to. Okay, I'm gonna go into some just like random things. I love sun-dried tomatoes. I don't like the sun-dried tomatoes are packed in oil usually. They have these in the like produce section of my grocery store near like the croutons and all that stuff. It's sun-dried tomatoes, just regular in a pack. So it cuts down on a lot of the fat and the calories. So for half an ounce, it's 40 calories, no fat, 15 sodium, 4 sugars. So 8 total carbs, 2 are from fiber, 4 from sugar, and 2 protein. Let me see if I can. So the ingredients, there's literally just, it just says 100% sun-dried tomato. So it's not like there's no added sugar. All those sugars in there are from the tomatoes. These Real Sticks, it says Vermont Smoke and Cure. This is the Chipotle version. I've also had the peppered version. If you guys like Ostrom sticks, these are less money. I found these in the natural section of my grocery store. They're probably obviously easier to find online, but I like these better than the Ostrom sticks. I think they taste better. It doesn't have the nutritional information on them, but if my memory serves me correctly, that they are 80 calories and like 12 grams of protein or something like that. So these are a good option. These I have talked about before in one of my videos, but I think the last time I talked about them, I hadn't even tried them yet. These are really, really good. I think they are your best chip option if you want a chip option. If they're a trigger food for you, don't keep them in your house. But if you want something that is like a chip, the Simply 7 quinoa chips, these are the sea salt. My favorite one is the cheddar, but if I want to do, like, I'll make like a dip with fat-free plain Greek yogurt, so I just like the plain ones for those. So for 1 ounce, about 20 chips is 140 calories, 6 grams of fat, 12 carbs, but it's less than 1 gram from sugar, and then 9 grams of protein. Other than the Quest chips that came out, which I heard actually aren't great, I don't know of any other chip that you're going to find that has as good stats as these do. The carbs are going to be higher, even if 12 grams sounds like a lot to you. The carbs are going to be higher, the protein's going to be lower. So I think these are a great choice. They're very similar to a Sun Chip. They're lighter, they're like airier, but they're like that shape. They're really good. This is something that I also found in the natural section of my grocery store. It is reduced fat coconut shavings that's unsweetened. So it's actually 40% less fat than regular coconut. I was going back and forth between just the regular unsweetened or the reduced fat unsweetened, and I figured that I would try the reduced fat because I looked in the back. I was like, okay, how are they making this reduced fat? And it says fat reduction achieved by steaming extraction. Color may vary as this product contains no sulfites. So it's not like a weird process to get rid of the fat, and they're not adding anything to it. So I figured I'd try it, and you know what? If it doesn't have as good of a coconut flavor, then I'll just get the regular unsweetened next time and take you know, a little bit higher of a calorie hit because coconut's really good for you. It has a good amount of fiber in it. So anyway, 4 tablespoons of this kind is 70 calories, 6 grams of fat, 4 carbs, 2 from fiber, and 1 protein. So I plan on baking with that. Molly Sleeved has made PB2 balls before, like rolled in coconut, so I figured I would do that. Mix it. I would probably mix it with stevia in the raw, like take maybe half of that and add an equal amount of stevia in the raw and mix it all together and then roll it. That'd probably be really good. These are a couple things that I have mentioned. I've shown similar things to these before, but not the exact. So I haven't even tried the other ones, but I like this idea of these like skillet sauces. So these are Mexican Everyday Frontera. So this is red chili enchilada sauce, and this is Texas Original Taco Skillet sauce. You don't have to use it that way, and it is a little inconvenient that it's in a pouch because that's like, obviously for us, you'd have to like make a meal for a family with this. But what you can do is when you open it, you can put it into like a Tupperware container, or even like a Tupperware drink container like this, and save it. So for the enchilada sauce, for 2 tablespoons, it's only 10 calories, no fat, 210 milligrams of sodium, 2 carbs, 1 from fiber, 1 from sugar, and no protein. And then the taco is, for 2 tablespoons, it's 20 calories, 1 gram of fat, 390 milligrams of sodium, 3 carbs, 1 from fiber, 2 from sugar, and no protein. Okay, the next few things that I'm going to show you. Oh, I'm not going to grab the, well, I am going to grab it. I'm going to bring it with me instead of pausing. Okay. I also got cottage cheese. I have not tried cottage cheese in a long time. Every time I try it, I don't like it. However, I'm going to make it savory, so I'm going to mix it either with like one of these sauces. I'm going to mix it with some marinara sauce, probably put a little meat in it, and I'm going to heat it up as opposed to eating it cold. And this is kind of the best one that I found. I found that I was comparing stats between the 1% cottage cheese. So this is 1% and then no added salt. I know some people don't watch their sodium. I watch my sodium where I can because I find that in the things where I can't watch my sodium or they don't have a low sodium option or whatever, I have absolutely no issue getting to, the requirement for sodium every day or more. So I compared the stats between the 1% and the fat-free, and this 1% has 3 grams of sugar, and the fat-free versions that I looked at had at least 6 grams of sugar, and it was only 10 calories less. So I did the 1%, so for a half cup has 90 calories, 1 gram of fat, only 60 milligrams of sodium, 4 carbs, and 3 of them are from sugar, and then 16 grams of protein. So I'm going to try it. If I don't like it, I knew that my mother would be able to use it in a recipe, so I didn't feel that bad that this huge container was the smallest one I could find in that specific kind. Okay, my last 3 things that I'm going to show you, I can kind of go over all together. They're just things that you can use instead of breadcrumbs. I have low-carb breadcrumbs that I got from Nutrition. They taste like cardboard. They're awful. These are things that do not taste awful. So I get them in the natural section of my grocery store. I find a lot of stuff there. I honestly don't get it because it's natural or organic. I personally am someone who doesn't care about that much. But you do tend to find a lot of healthy options there as long as you are looking at the labels. Look at the labels on absolutely everything. I can't tell you how many things I picked up today, turned around, looked at the label, and put back because it's something that looks healthy and it's not. Okay, so these are all Bob's Red Mill. This is just in a Ziploc bag because I used it before, and Bob's Red Mill is not very easy to reseal. So this is just 100% whole ground golden flaxseed meal, so it's flaxseed just ground up. This is almond flour or almond meal, which is just almonds ground up. And this is garbanzo bean flour, which is just chickpeas or garbanzo beans, they're the same thing, ground up. So I don't have the almond flour information in front of me. Feel free to look it up. It's pretty much the same, even if it's Bob's Red Mill or somewhere else. I've done this on chicken before as breading. It is so motherfucking good. It's so good. So it gives you healthy fats, it gives you some fiber, it gives you some protein, and no sugars and none of the excess carbs. So for 2 tablespoons of the golden flaxseed meal, it's 60 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, 4 carbs, but all 4 are from fiber, and then 3 grams of protein. And then the garbanzo bean flour, for a 1/4 cup, it's 110 calories, 2 grams of fat, 18 carbs, but that's because it's a bean, it's a legume, you're going to have more carbs in it. 5 are from fiber, 3 from sugar, and then 6 from protein. This is a different consistency. This is more of a flour consistency than the almond flour. The almond flour is a little more grainy. So depending on what you wanted to make would probably depend on what you would use. You could even mix them together. I also have coconut flour, but I only really use that for baking because you can taste the coconut. I wouldn't really, unless I was making like a Thai or a Indian dish where they actually use coconut in the cooking, I wouldn't use the coconut flour like that. So guys, sorry, cross your fingers for me that this cold is going to get better and not worse when I have to fly on a plane in 48 hours. Okay, so that was a much longer video than I was expecting, 17 minutes. That really wasn't a lot, but I hope you got something out of it. I'm not going to be able to do the Yo Nana's review tonight. Tomorrow night I'm most likely just going to be packing, but if I get some time tomorrow, I will try and make that my Saturday Sessions video, guys. Oh, I haven't done a Saturday Sessions in a long time. Don't make me think about it. Okay. All right. Until next time.